Nobody on the weak side. Dallenberg got away with one that looked like it was on the rim, and then he follows it right back and goes straight to the rim for the layup. So he has 7 field goals, and 6 of them are in the paint. Turnovers, it's +8 Chicago. Second chance points, it's the only one Philadelphia's winning, but they're down 10 points on that. So in essence, Chicago in all the areas that they were beaten so badly the first time they played, they have been able to turn those around. They've done it with excellence.
On the release, part of the release, we'll give you the foul in that play.
Oh, man, if I hit somebody like that, I knew y'all called that on me.
No, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. If the guy holds his hand up there and holds it still.
I think this is the play Allen was talking about.
Well, it was a great explanation because Allen Iverson is going to be able to throw himself around there. And I think what he was talking about there is I got my hand hit after the shot. And he said, you know, as long, if you leave your hand up there, you know, we're not going to give you that kind of call. So, you know, Allen Iverson does get fouled a lot in this league. But you know what, Kevin? They might put him to the line 25 times, but it's tough for a referee to put him there and giving themselves a chance to win. So their defense, speaking of the Bulls, is holding them in this game right now.
Horrible shooting night by both teams. Philadelphia shooting 33%. Dallenberg knocks it in. He now has 8 points, 4 rebounds, and the poor shooting Chicago Bulls, 32% shooting for the game. Heinrich. Off to Jerome Williams, new in the contest, and picked up by McKee. The Bulls have missed their last 8 shots. Here comes Iverson, who has to dive into the scrappy Heinrich, and picked up by McKee, and plenty of time to shoot. And they'll settle down.
How about the play Allen Iverson made? Just go get that loose ball. Superstar diving down on the floor like that and hitting the jump shot.
Oh, Iverson cans it with a foul called on Heinrich.
Sometimes you go up and you talk to the official and quietly speak your case. Now this is the play he was talking about last time, about I left my hand up, and watch what here, he gets hit this time and the jump shot goes, and if Allen Iverson can complete this 3-point play, we've got us a tie basketball game.
The 76ers led initially 2-0. Bulls have led by as many as 11. 53-42, the latest big lead they have. Philadelphia on an 11-0 run. They've come back to tie. Heinrich tries to make it work inside with a foul. All the great players that have come through that program.
Roy's got a great point guard down in Carolina now, Raymond Felton, that he's teaching. So
Salmons for 3. And it looked like Johnson was going to get it. And a whistle. And it's a foul. Aaron McKee picks up one player in double figures for the 76ers. Iverson's dropped 26, and 2 in double figures for the Bulls. Crawford 17, Curry's got 13. AI from 3, and retrieved by Curry.
I like what Scott Skiles did there. Showed little zone defense, forced Iverson to shoot the jump shot. Again, only a 29% three-point shooter.
Oh, wow. And Curry was just trying to stop him. And he did. He almost pulled him out of his shoes. And a foul on Curry. He now has 4.
You want to talk about the punishment this young guy takes? Now, you know, Eddie Curry just reached out to grab him. I mean, he is so strong. Look at Allen Iverson. And then Eddie Curry tried to hold him up, but Iverson just gets ripped. And I think Eddie Curry went over and said, I'm sorry. So he did, I guess they are going to call a, is it a flagrant foul or is this a clear path?
Clear path. So Curry now has 4 fouls. You were talking about three-point shooting, and Iverson just missing a 3. 1 of 11 of the 76ers tonight shooting above the arc. And I know that's a big part of their game is that outside shot.
Well, you know, again,
positioning of Blunt's body, but didn't matter. Iverson, as Heinrich couldn't vacuum in the loose ball, and Philadelphia has their first lead since the opening seconds of the game. A 3, and that takes us to the end of 3.
Allen Iverson will get his hands on most every loose ball. He is so quick. He worked himself to 14 points in that period. Did not shoot the ball great, but got inside. And if there's a loose ball as a big man, when he's on the floor, you got to pick it up. You cannot dribble it up. Corey Blunt tried to. Iverson got it and gave his team the lead.
He was 20 of 34. And Doug Collins, he was scoring inside, outside, and making a move with every part of his body.
Well, when he gets on those kind of rolls, you got to try to make him pass the basketball. And you can see Atlanta just let him isolate and go one-on-one. But the golden numbers of Allen Iverson has 3 playoff games where he has 50 or more, but you can see the numbers that he's thrown up there. There's been 3 50-point games this season. Rashard Lewis, Tracy McGrady, and Allen Iverson. In a year right now where scoring is like trying to pull teeth to get teams to get to 90 points. I think I looked today, there's like 11 teams averaging under 90 points a game.
So Iverson's 31 leads this game. We got a couple players with 10 rebounds. Coleman's got 10 for Philadelphia. Davis has 10 for the Chicago Bulls. We begin the fourth quarter. Little zone defense by Chicago as Snow hits Salmons, who's on the fly. He's out there with Thomas, McCaskill, and Iverson. That's the 5 to begin the fourth quarter for Philadelphia. Heinrich is out there for the Chicago Bulls with Jamal Crawford, Linton Johnson, Jerome Williams, and Corey Blount. And that is a good-looking shot by Kirk Heinrich, and the Sixers by 2.
These Bulls are now 6 for 28 in the second half of the game, 5 for 27 in that third period.
Wow.
Now, if you're going to play zone, you can't give up second shots.
Philadelphia is in first place in the Atlantic Division at 9 and 10. Shot clock at 3. Allen Iverson over Heinrich. And Iverson gets his missed. He's banged off. Oh, what a shot! Allen Iverson pulls it off again inside.
Energy personified. You know, I've never seen a great player that didn't have tremendous energy. He gets to the loose ball and just great strength, upper body strength. He was going away to his left hand to his weak side, got fouled, and came back across his body. That would be like a quarterback rolling out to the left and throwing back with his right hand and firing that thing downfield. That's the kind of strength that Allen Iverson had to get that shot at.
We said Philadelphia is in first place in the Atlantic. Chicago 5 and 12. They have lost 5 consecutive road games. With the hands of Blount, picked up by Heinrich, who tries to wheel inside. Corey Blount is there and puts in the miss.
A good initial defense by McCaskill to come over and get that block, but again, nobody to clean up that the offensive board there, and Corey Blount with the score.
Scott Skiles coaching his second game for the Bulls, taking the place of Bill Cartwright. A 3 by Salmons. Now Philadelphia has found an extra gear. They've got their biggest lead tonight of 5 points, 69-64.
Well, he started out 5 for 17 from the three-point line and hit 8 of his last 10, so it was in a good groove.
It's Linton Johnson for 3. And Chicago 3-point shooting tonight, 3 of 13. The Sixers 2 of 12. That is a travel.
Chicago's getting impatient right now on offense. They were making the extra pass early. Now they're taking tough contested shots. Give Philly credit with their defense. At that time, when you got a guy closing, Linton Johnson got to drive that ball into the gap and make a play rather than shoot that long three-point jump shot.
9 rebounds for Allen Iverson in this game, who's shoved by Heinrich and no call made. The 9 rebounds, a season high for Iverson. It's a 3 by Heinrich, who buries it. It barely moved the rim. It was that perfect. He's got 11. And the Bulls back on top by 1, 70-69. We've gone back and forth here in the fourth quarter as Snow kicks it outside, and Aaron McKee knocks down a 3.
There's that 58% three-point shooter that we've seen during the course of the season, and he's going to have to make shots if they're going to go zone here, or they're going to really run off Allen Iverson. It's going to be important for him to shoot that jumper here to end this game.
Nice move by Heinrich inside, rejected by Dallenberg, picked up by Snow. 2-on-1 Iverson to the trailing McKee. Almost a highlight play.
The 76 teams have personalities and identities. For the 76ers, it's create turnovers off steals and block shots. See, a block shot is just like a steal. Dallenberg goes up, blocks it nicely, like sort of Bill Russell, keeps it in play, almost like an outlet pass.
Antonio Davis.
Well, you know the 76ers are going to go to Allen Iverson. I would expect that Scott Skiles is going to try to double team him whenever he can to force him to pass the ball.
Heinrich is at an 8-point fourth quarter. They go inside with Curry. And a foul as Heinrich was spoon-feeding him, and that's the 4th called on Dallenberg, and those are the numbers for Kirk Heinrich.
He's been playing very good basketball. He did not shoot the ball well the last game he played, but he's taking very high percentage shots. But what he's doing right now, he's not turning the ball over. He's playing very good in this game.
So traveling turnover 15 turnovers for the Sixers, 15 for the Bulls. Davis into Thomas. Rejected by Coleman and a Philadelphia foul.
This is where the experience of Antonio Davis comes in. He's played in these kind of pressure games in the playoffs with Toronto. He played a wonderful 7-game series in here where Vince Carter missed a jumper at the end and the Philadelphia 76ers advanced. But we'll see if the experience of Antonio Davis and Jerome Williams can help. Look at Jamal Crawford, a young player, Heinrich, a rookie, Eddie Curry. You got some young guys on the floor right now. We'll see if they can withstand the Sixer run.
There's 13 rebounds, a game high. Third foul was called on Salmons. And Chicago back to a 1-point advantage. Approaching 3.5 to play. Iverson, 33, but quiet of late. Heinrich on him.
You can see the double team. They're going to force him to pass the ball.
They're rotating off of Salmons and a turnover. That's some of the late game stuff you're talking about.
When the game is on the line, you got to get the ball out of Iverson's hands, and you got to make somebody else make a jump shot. That time, Salmons did not rotate up to the top of the floor. He slid away.
Chicago with 20. Bulls have not scored from the field in 3 minutes until right there. Jamal Crawford nails it. He's got 22.
Well, you can see what he did is Antonio Davis set the high screen. Instead of rolling to the basket, he rolled down and screened Eric Snow so that Crawford can come off and get the jump shot.
So now the Bulls by 3. They've led by 11. Philly has led by as many as 5. McKee to Snow. Handcuffed inside. Coleman tries to make a move on Curry, who held his ground and provided just enough defense to alter the shot.
Well, you see now that the Bulls have gone to a big lineup. They have Jerome Williams in playing as a small forward, so they've got a big team on the board so they can rebound. So they've got Eddie Curry in as the center, Antonio Davis in as the power forward, and Jerome Williams in as the small forward. So this is a big lineup to rebound the ball.
And then in the backcourt, they've got Heinrich and Crawford. That's the Chicago 5. Snow, Iverson, Dallenberg with McKee and Coleman in the game. And Philadelphia gets their first field goal in 4.5 minutes.
So that's a big play because it looked like Jerome Williams had the rebound. They would have had a chance to go up 5. Instead, they get the little alley-oop for the. Now it's a 1-point game.
7 lead changes, 6 ties. Keeping his balance, Heinrich, to get that pass away. And on top, they get it off to Crawford. Shot clock is showing 5 as he makes a move. And bobbling out. Caught by Heinrich. Keeps it fresh on top.
It's the offensive rebounds. You got the big lineup in. 76ers have basically 3 guards in the game with McKee playing as a small forward.
You see the offensive rebounding story. Here comes Heinrich, who's had a big fourth quarter. Curry corkscrews for 2.
A nice play by Eddie Curry and good trust to throw that ball inside to him. Sam Dellenbart was laying behind in the post, and he allowed Eddie Curry to get such deep position. There was nothing he could do about that one, Kevin.
Curry is the only player in foul trouble. He has 5 fouls, only player with 5 in the game. McKee. Iverson up as a foul on McKee.
Moved on the pick. You watch him with his right arm as he handed that ball off. He reached out and grabbed Kirk Heinrich. Watch this now as he hands the ball off. Watch what Aaron McKee does here with the right arm. And smart play by Heinrich. He got his arm in there and hooked him up. That's a veteran play.
4 on McKee. Philadelphia 5 fourth quarter turnovers. And they've got 17 for the game. Davis picked up by Dallenberg. Big possession for the Bulls.
Huge.
A 3 by Crawford. Short and snared by McKee. And down by 3. Here comes Philadelphia. With Aaron McKee working on Jerome Williams, who falls, and that opens up his shot. We've got a 1-point game.
See, the quickness there goes with Aaron McKee now as a smaller play being played by Jerome. The Bulls have to take advantage of it on this end with the bigger lineup.
McKee off the bench, 8 points and 6 rebounds. Heinrich, he's got 14. Crawford leads the Bulls with 22. Almost knocked away, then it was from behind, and the shot clock showing 1 second with 1 minute to play in regulation.
This could be, what, the 9th shot clock violation of the game, and if the Bulls don't catch and shoot this would be, what, their 7th? Their 7th in a 1-possession game. They have 6 shot clock violations. I mean, John Paxson looks cool right there. He's won championships, but I guarantee you his insides right now are churning for his young Bulls team.
His Bulls are shooting 34%. Philly shooting 39%. Heinrich, and out of bounds. Thrown away, Philadelphia gets it with 1 minute remaining in the game.
Well, somehow Allen Iverson's going to get his hands on this ball. The question's going to be, can you guard him without fouling him? And can you make him pass it and make somebody else shoot the ball?
How about Iverson in this fourth quarter?
Well, he's only 1 of 3, so they've done a nice job of limiting his shot attempts.
Here they go with Snow. Iverson shadowed by the rookie Heinrich. In his face, nonetheless, it's Allen Iverson with a game-high 35 points.
That's what great players do. They make great plays.
And Philadelphia by 1. They've led by 5. 7th lead change of the game. Most in the second half. Davis down the lane, collides with Coleman.
Derek Coleman made a great play. A great play. Here's a guy who's been out 9 of the last 11 games. And he steps in and takes the charge, and Antonio Davis. Just keep your eye on Derek Coleman there. Number 44 steps right over and takes the charge. That's a terrific play.
Big time play by Derek Coleman.
Coleman will look to take the big shot on a 3.
He's already hit a 3-point shot tonight as Derek Coleman.
They're flattening it out here. Looks like they're going to go one-on-one. Let's see if they come into a high screen roll or just go into a flatten out for Eric Snow. Dribble weave.
Iverson picked up by Crawford. The shove, no call. The 3 by McKee. And pulled down by Curry, who wants a timeout and got a timeout with a clutch rebound. Curry nabs his 11th rebound of the game. And a timeout with the Bulls down by 1. They'll have the ball and a little over 7
into the game.
Heinrich to inbound. Curry. Heinrich, the rookie, around Coleman, and a whistle and a foul. It's on Coleman, but they had a foul to get.
That's why you got to go quickly, because if you let it get against the clock and it's down to 2 seconds, now you're in real trouble. 4 seconds, they've still got a chance here. And I'm sure what Scott Skiles did here, he's going to say, look, I'm going to take the timeout. It's my last one. We'll talk about it. No on Crawford. 2 great defenders. Who's going to get the shot?
Chicago with 2 rookies in the game. Crawford a rookie, Heinrich a rookie. Knocked away by Snow with a great defensive play and a timeout, Philadelphia.
I told you the toughest thing to do is get the ball in bounds. You got a rookie taking the ball in bounds. Now what they've said is that Eric Snow slid out of bounds. Now you're down to 1.6. But Lynn Johnson, a lot of pressure here taking this ball in as an undrafted rookie.
Did you have a rookie inbounding? You don't have to worry about that anymore.
See,
off the glass, that's it.
I think Scott will, really think long and hard about having that young guy throw the ball, and that's a tough position to put him in.